Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I am a Zimbabwean man who is in need of your help. I need spiritual help, and I also need strong counseling, because at any given moment I can end up even killing my own self because of the things that I have been thinking about, especially in the past few days. But it has been a very long, painful journey. When I came here to South Africa, I came here with my wife and we started working together. When we came here, that was when we made a little bit of money, but the only challenge that we had been facing was that we did not have proper papers. I used to make some machinery. So this machinery that I used to make, it was the one that was giving me and my wife a lot of money, but it was very difficult for me to access like bank loans to do other things that I wanted to do. And in order for me to do that, I was supposed to have at least something that was going to help me and my wife so that we can register our business properly. So when I started operating this other small workshop, I then hired a South African woman who was my receptionist. She was quite a very beautiful woman, but I did not even have the intentions to date him. I met her through my next door, who was a mechanic who had his own workshop right next door to where I had my own workshop. So after that was when this man told me that if I wanted someone to handle the reception area, then I could hire this South African woman. I then managed to hire that woman and she started working for me. As she was working for me, one day when I was seated by the reception, she was busy cleaning. As she was cleaning, what I saw, Brother Nashi, oh my God, it was so wonderful. She really had a great body. She was wearing a mini skirt on that day. So when she bent down, I saw her thighs that looked so wonderful, smooth, and I liked the fact that she was a pure yellow bone. And what I saw, I could not unsee. I kept on looking at her until I started doing some favors for her, making sure that she got enough money, making sure that she always had lunch. I would always order steers, always order McDonald's for him, until she asked me why was I doing all of these favors for him. I told her that she was such a beautiful woman who deserved to be taken well good care of. She then said, well, I have a husband. What are you going to do about it? I then said, if your husband can take care of you, then there is nothing that I can do about. But if your husband is unable to take good care of me, let me be the man that is going to take care of you. She then said, it is fine, only if you are not going to hurt me. That is how we started dating, me and this woman. So as we were dating, I never thought that I was going to marry him. It was just one of those things. You meet a beautiful woman, she works for you, you start dating. So we really had this other big project that was coming up. There was some refurbishment and sandblasting that we were supposed to do at this other place, but it housed some government department machinery, and in order to do that they needed proper documentation as well as bank accounts. All along I was just dealing with private companies, so some of them did not mind. So at that time I was told that I had to register the business properly, and it was impossible because I did not have any papers. I then spoke with that lady about this issue. She laughed and she told me that she had heard about other women that get married to foreign husbands so that they can have a benefit And she was like, I'm not married. If you want, we can get married. At least you can give me something better. And we are already dating. Are we not already dating? And then we got married. This we did in secret because I did not want my wife to disapprove of this. She did not know that I was sleeping with my receptionist. We went and we had our wedding in secret without anyone's knowledge but my friends who were my witnesses. The family, they knew about me. She dumped her baby daddy. The way that she dumped her baby daddy, I should have known that one day she was going to do the same to me. She deleted all of the photos that she had taken of her and her baby daddy on her Facebook. It was squeaky clean. She started to post me, and I was scared to post her too. Later on, my wife discovered what we had done. She tried to fight, but then my second wife, who was my original wife on paper because we were married in court, said that she did not want any problems, otherwise she was going to get her arrested. My wife came to confront me, and I told her that I had done this in the best interest of our kids and the company. My wife returned back to Zim, and she started to suffer a lot whilst I was driving beautiful cars here in South Africa. As for my wife, she was suffering back home in Zim, and I did not care. I was enjoying life with my yellow bond South Africa, who had a very beautiful portable but with big curves. It was the most wonderful time of my life. Our business, since it was registered, we were able to properly get contracts, and I was able to access other bank loans. It was so amazing. We were living the dream. She was my queen and I was her king, and I did not know that the same way that she had dumped her broke boyfriend, she was going to dump me. Now that we had moved into the estates, I had taken her to another level. She was going to later meet other men that were much more richer than I could have ever been. So we started staying in the estates, me and my wife. When we were staying there, she was always going out, meeting with men without me ever knowing. Things got so bad between the two of us, and she dumped me. I lost almost everything in court that I had ever owned, and now I am at stage 1. It's not like I'm poor, but with the money that I used to have, with what I have right now, it cannot be compared with the wealth that I used to own. I just want to warn other Zimbabwean men. It does not matter where you come from. You need to be careful of South African women. They will give you the most sweetest love, such that when you are looking at her, you will ask yourself, what am I supposed to do? Should I kiss her? Should I even drink her urine to show that I am in love with her? They have this softness that other African women do not have, but they hide something that is much sinister behind that softness. They will destroy you before you can even blink your eyes. I am here because I'm very suicidal. This woman, I loved her with all of my heart, and what hurts me is that in our company that we used to run together, she managed to grab 85% of the shares that we had in the company. I am only left with 5% of the shares because she made it so expensive for me to fight for the little that we owned, and I had to sell some shares, and it was painful. She accepted my offer to sell some of the shares to her so that I can afford to pay the lawyers. She made it very difficult for me to just get a regular lawyer because she hired the best, and she did me really good. So my point is, you just need to be very careful of whom you date, especially if you are on your way to becoming rich. That is where most of us men lose ourselves. And I want to advise any man that is going to listen to my confession, always remember the woman that you were with when you were on your way to become rich. That is the true original woman who understands your vision, who understands where you want to go to with life. And it is very rare for that woman to dump you when you do not have money. But these ones that you will pick up on your way becoming rich, they will forget you and leave you and even forget that you ever existed. We have a child together, but I do not even have access to the child. She blocks me at all the times when I want to see the child, and she uses lawyers. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. He sent me some pictures of all the cars that he used to own, the businesses that they own together, and also the picture of that woman who used to be the wife. Such a beautiful woman who has hurt him in a very painful way, and he is confused. He does not know what else to do. He says that his life is now a total mess and he is in pain because of the things that happened to him. Let us try to speak with our dear brother in the comments section. Then there is another message that was sent to me by our dear sister. The message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as anonymous? I have come here because I need advice from your listeners. There are other things that have been happening in my life, things that I do not understand, but all of these things, they started to happen. This was after I started to date another man that was from Ghana. So this man, he used to tell me that he does not want me to date another man, like never in my life. And he had promised me that he was going to take good care of me. Me and this guy, we met on Tinder when I was still in college. So after I had finished my college and I had my diploma, I started working. I became independent. We kept on dating, but things had changed a little bit because now I was no longer financially being dependent on him. What used to happen was that this man, he used to control me using his money. That was how he used to control me, and there were other things that I wished for in life that I was unable to get because the man would always be in control of our relationship. When I was working, I then set my own goals and I said that this is my goals and I do not want a man to tell me what is it that I am supposed to do. I have to be my own person. I do not have to be used by a man. So when I stopped like being that slave of love to him always telling me that you don't have to do this, you have to do that, I then started to see that the guy, he will threaten me with juju. And I said, juju or not, I am also an independent woman. And we had a big fight after he had given me an STI. That was where all of my problems started. I said, ever since we started dating, I've never cheated on you. You have always accused me of cheating. Now that I am working, you say that I am not supposed to work. What about my child? You do take care of me, but I have my own needs, don't I have? And then when I confronted him about the STI, I told him that I cannot continue anymore being in a relationship with him. And then all hell broke loose. He said that you think that there is no juju in Ghana. You are going to be the first one that is going to tell your other people that there is juju, strong juju in Ghana. And I was like, whatever, man. I thought that it was breakup drama. I did not know that this man, he wanted to hurt me like for real. Fast forward, I heard that he had gone back to Ghana. I really did not even care what the hell he was going to do or what he was not going to do to me. I said God was going to protect me. He went to his country. When he returned back home, I did not even know that the man, he had some evil intentions against me. When he returned back, he told me that he wanted to see me. I said, but we have broken up. Why would I want to meet up with a man that I am no longer in love with? And he said, please, I just want to see you. And then that was when me and him, we met at this other cafe. Later on, he said that he wanted me to go to his place, but this was after he had taken me to an ice storm and he had upgraded my phone, and he was like, you are my baby mama, we are always going to be together. He even kissed me when he said, you are my baby mama, and he was like, what else do you want? So he bought for me what I wanted, and we went to his place. When I was sleeping with him, I felt so much pain, and I thought that maybe it was because I had spent about 3 months without making love to a man. And later on, that was when I had a dream when we were cuddling, when we were fast asleep. I had a dream. I saw him. He had changed into a lizard. He entered into my private parts and he started to eat my womb, and I started to bleed like quite a lot. I then returned back to my apartment, happy about the money that he had given me. Even my mom was so happy, saying that, maybe now is going to be a responsible man that he is supposed to be. But brother, I did not know that this man, he had gone to his country and to come back with his juju so that he can hurt me. I then started to be on my periods. Since me and him, we started to fight again after I had seen him. No, it was my cousin who saw him in town with another woman in his car. I called him immediately. He screamed at me and he said that we have broken up. And I said, okay, it's fine. If we have broken up, then I do not want to see you at my place. I don't want to see your phone numbers anymore, your chats on my WhatsApp. He said, cool, you can block me. We blocked each other. I then moved on because I was in pain. I wanted a man that was going to heal me. I started dating one of my ex-boyfriends. And when we slept together with a condom the first time around, nothing happened. Then the second time, we did not use any protection. Then he had an STI and we went to the doctor, but the doctors just said that the STI, it is very strange because he can't see anything. But anyway, we were given some antibiotics. We broke up, me and the ex-boyfriend, because of the STI. I slept with another guy. Then the period started. I have been on my periods ever since. The only way that I can stop these periods, if I go and I sleep with this man that is from Ghana. And when I went to his house, when I told him that I am on my periods and I don't understand, he said, let us sleep together. Let's see if you are going to be okay. We finally slept together, and I was shocked that he slept with me without using any protection. I even asked him, are you not even afraid to sleep with a woman who is on her period and you are not wearing any protection at all? What if you get hurt? What if you get sick? And he was like, no, this is the only remedy that we use in Ghana when a woman is on her period constantly. And when that woman wants to get cured, they have to sleep with their lover and they have to sleep without using any protection. I am cleansing you. He slept with me without protection. From the moment that he just finished inside of me, then I realized that the periods had completely stopped. I went for about a month and the periods, they only came in their natural time, like I always go on my periods. But all of a sudden, when me and him start to fight, the periods, they do come back. And when they come back with a heavy flow. And when they start, they don't stop, only unless when this man is totally slept with me without using any protection, then that is when the periods will stop. I don't know if I am being used for rituals. And the last time that me and this guy spoke, he was bragging about me never being able to date another man anymore. He said that the charms that he used on me, it means that I won't never be able to sleep with another man ever again in my life. He was like, I now have my baby mama, and I know that you will never date another man. And I don't know if it was him just trying to brag about it, or if he is using me for rituals. I said, if these charms are for real, how about we go to a traditional healer together so that I can also do the same to you, so that your manhood cannot work on another woman. It can only work on me. And he was like, you must be joking. So you think that I would want to do that? So he has since refused for us to go to a traditional healer. I'm so confused. I don't know what kind of a life I am living, always on my period. He even says that I want you to come and stay with me, but I am tired of his cheating way. He sleeps with anything. He can even sleep with a fly. He does not even care. Anything where he can point his manhood at, he can sleep with that animal. I am tired, and I'm so tired of being on my periods. Is there any solution at all? Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Let us try to speak with our dear sister in the comment section. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Let us meet again in the following episode. I uploaded another episode yesterday on Transa. You can listen to it.